Welcome to Success International Training Institute. If you're new to our channel, we really love to hear from you, and so I want you to subscribe, press the notification button, like and share. If you're not new, if you're part of the family already, welcome back, and I really want to hear from you too, so please make sure that you leave us a comment, like and share. Today we want to talk about changing career, and I want to share with you 7 steps to help you to change career successfully. Changing careers can be a daunting task. In fact, some persons, because they fear that move or that change, they actually don't go about making that big move. So what we want to do is to ensure we answer 2 questions: why we want to change career and what that new career is going to be. Because one of the things you want to do is to ensure that you're being aligned to your purpose. You're going to be happier when you've made that change. You want to make sure that the change you're making is not just frivolous. It's not out of some kind of desperate move or something that you haven't given thought to. Remember, the new career that you're going to pick up must be what makes you happy. Happy financially, happy mentally, happy emotionally. And so I want you to ensure that you're giving thought to it. Make sure that you list the things that will result in you making that move successfully. Having made that list, would it meet the requirement that you have in mind? Does it match with the kind of future that you perceive yourself to have a few years down the line? Does it meet your desire? So putting things on paper, whatever your thoughts are, why you're changing career, and that new career is going to be critical in your path towards succeeding. The second step is to strengthen your mind, because changing career is not always the easiest thing for your mind and for your body. So when you're thinking about changing your career, make sure your mind is also in tune. How do you get your mind to be strengthened? You need to reflect on your life so far. You need to reflect on why you're making some changes, whether or not that move is good for you at this time. How is it going to impact you and your loved ones? How is it going to really represent your truth, your capacity, your competency? So do some level of introspection. Strengthen your mind by getting a mentor. That's always a good thing. There are persons out there who are willing to help. There are persons who are willing to partner with you to ensure that this change is successful. Another thing is that you want to make sure that you're networking. Find persons in the field that you want to be in. Share thoughts. Bounce ideas off them. See what their thoughts are. Find out where they've met challenges. How did they overcome those challenges? You can actually get some really good tips and guidance from those who you network with. Don't forget, your journey is not an isolated one. You're not the first one to want to change career. And so when you think about it, there's a whole community of persons who would be in that field already and who would be able to provide some kind of guidance. Persons also who want to change career probably think of getting some professional help to work through it. Because in changing your career, you're looking at really pulling up roots. You're getting into a brand new thought process. You're looking to go into an industry that maybe you don't know a whole lot about. And you want to be able to do so in the best frame of mind. And so, getting your mind into that space where you can really be successful, where you can manage and not feel as though you're drowning, is a good way to go. Strengthen your mind. A third step that you'd want to take is to determine the skills that you would need in this new career. Are you competent in that field already? And one of the ways you can actually find out is really to do some research. Now we have the internet at our disposal. We have persons, the network we spoke of earlier. You can find out whether or not you are already equipped with the tools that you need in order for you to succeed. Do some research. If you're not competent, if you don't have the kind of skills that are needed, where will you be able to access those skills? Are you going to have to be an apprentice? Do you have to go to school? Where will you actually get the training you need to equip you to manage in that new career? Many times when we change career, we don't give thought as to what we will need. But if you don't give thought to it, you're going to find yourself in more challenges than you would be expecting. So don't just get up one day and decide you're going to leave that job that you have and you're going to switch over without thinking about the skills that you would need to help you to manage. Make sure that you actually determine those skills, find out how you're going to get them, where you're going to access them, and how long it's going to take. You have to put some work into it to find that information out. And no more than ever, the information is right at your fingertips. You don't even have to go far to get that information. You just need to make sure you're putting some work into finding out from the different sources. There are so many support systems out there for you now. There are so many avenues for you to collect information that you really have no reason not to be able to find all the information you will need. Others have done it before. Others have changed career, and so it's easy for you to find out what you will need to get into that new industry. Now you notice we've been talking about some of the things you will need, what skills you would need. How are you going to ensure you strengthen your mind? That is part of the bigger scheme of things that I want to say to you. The next step is that you need to have a budget. You cannot change career without having a budget. Budget for every single part of the process. How much is it going to take for you to actually switch careers? If you need to get training, if you need to improve your skills and capacity, you will need to be spending some money. How much is it going to take? How long? You will also probably need some money to tide you over until that career gets up and running. How much are you going to need? What are your expenses going to be like during that time? Will you be earning anything? Because sometimes when you change career, you can actually be doing two things at the same time. You can have your original career while you're working at the new one. Now, if that is what you're doing, you may be earning some money in the meantime. But if not, and you're out of money, you want to make sure that your bills are covered. So you need to budget for your training. You need to budget for personal and family expenses. You need to ensure that you have the resources, financial resources, to take care of yourself during this transition period. Now, I don't want to go further without telling you that the change you're making is not going to be the most comfortable change. Changing career means that you're going to have to give up some things. So the next step is for you to determine the sacrifices you'll have to make in order for that career change to succeed. What are the things that you will have to give up in order for you to actually realize this new career? It could mean that you're going to be out of a job. Are you prepared for that? Will you have the necessary funding? And that's where the budget we spoke of earlier is going to come in very handy. If you're not going to be out of a job, it could also mean that you're taking a pay cut. Sometimes this is the reality. When you're changing career, the pay that you're going to be getting in the new industry is not going to be as much as the career you were coming from, or as much as the job you were coming from. So that pay cut means you're going to have to make cuts in other areas of your life. You're going to have to revisit your expenses to see where you need to be reducing those expenses. Another sacrifice that you'll have to think about is the number of hours it's going to take for you to really level up in this new career. Can you actually spend the hours you need to make sure that you're getting the training, that you are competent, and that you will be able to efficiently manage this new career? It's going to take a lot of hours. It's going to take dedication. It's going to take time, and it's going to take a lot of discipline. Another sacrifice that you may not be familiar with, because you may not be doing that before, but we've done it in the past, is that you need to rely on the kindness of others. Sometimes when you're changing career, you need someone in order for you to know the steps to take. You need to rely on them probably to show you the ropes. You need them to show you the processes. And so that is something that may not be very comfortable for you, but it is something that is necessary. So there are sacrifices. You can think of others that you may need to actually make. Right now I'm saying to you, there are going to be things that you need to give up. There are going to be things that you need to defer in your life if this new career is going to be successful for you. And what I'm sharing with you are some tips that will help you get there. Another very important step is for you to carefully and accurately assess the difficulties that you're likely to face. Now, a new career automatically means that there are going to be challenges. No doubt about that. Some of us are very good at managing difficulties or challenges. Others are not so very good at it. So whether you're good or not good at managing challenges, what you need to have is a plan. Are you ready to face those challenges? Do you think, for example, that losing the job title you had before is going to be comfortable for you? Are you willing to live with that? Are you willing to live in a new state? Because that is probably what it will require. Are you willing to sacrifice your family time? Because that's also going to be challenging. Are you willing to face the difficulties in order to achieve your purpose of this new career? Because if you're passionate about it, if you feel that this is your purpose in life, the new path you want to take, then you are going to be more motivated to work through the challenges. It is through those challenges that you will be able to find solutions. But are you ready to face those challenges? Are you willing to face the times when persons look at you as though you don't belong? Or they look at you as though you're less than because you don't really know as much as you really should have known at this stage in your life, just because you're changing career. Are you willing to face the persons who are jealous about the things that you would want to accomplish? And you're going to find persons who really just don't encourage you. Those are challenges that your mind really must be willing to face. They're going to be jerks. They're going to be persons who don't want you to succeed. There are going to be persons who really would put obstacles in your way, and that's the nature of things. Because when persons are making progress, it is going to come along with certain difficulties. Now, if you are willing to face those difficulties, then I applaud you. And I'm saying to you, if you want to change career, make sure you carefully assess the difficulties to be able to move along. The final step I have for you is to put your plan into action. You want to make that career move. Do not delay. Put your plan into action. I've shared with you 6 previous steps, and having done that, now you're on your way to making that big change. Be confident, be courageous, be disciplined, be focused. Do not let anything distract you. Do not allow frustration to take over. Do not come up with the fear and the doubt that you've harbored before. They're going to be there, but no new thing that you set your sight on is going to be without some kind of anxiety. Face it, and when you've done that, 2-3 years down the line, you will not regret it. Many persons who have changed careers never ever regret it. The reason is, when you have done your plan, when you've made your assessment, realizing that this is a move you really want, because you're so encouraged and enthused by it, you work so very hard at it, and you definitely succeed. The new career that you're on is a golden opportunity for you to start afresh, to realize your dream and your vision. Don't let anything delay that progress. Even if it takes more time than you had it planned, don't give up that thought. Don't give up that idea. I am sure you would not have been thinking about it unless you were serious. So don't let distractors, don't let negativity, don't allow fear and doubt to win. This is not something that you want to give up on. I encourage you, put that plan into action. You're not going to regret it. You're going to benefit. Your loved ones are going to benefit. You're going to feel good about it. You're going to be walking in your purpose. Do all that is needed to succeed. I applaud your effort. I applaud your confidence, and I am rooting for you. Remember, if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please subscribe. Press the notification button so that when a new video comes out, you'll get that information right away. Also, like, share, and leave us a comment. Don't forget, remember to invite others along your journey as well. Invite them to share in this family, because it's a journey with families. We build families, we build generations. Let's make the move together.